Hey guys, it's Jouelzy and it's time for another Pop Snark. We talk about everything from the low brow to the high brow as long as your eyebrows are on fleek. And I know I skipped a week. I had to take a mental health break for myself, get my sanity together. But here we are with a beverage. Clink, 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 clank. I have a newfound love in Crown Royal Maple. Yes, it tastes like pancake syrup. And I have ginger beer and some watered down sweet tea in here because I just threw everything in my refrigerator into this cup. Divine. Let's start off with some friendly reminders. If you are new here, thumbsing up the video helps so much, so be sure to like. It helps in my metrics. Click an ad if you really love me. Also, Smartbrowngirl store is back open with some new stuff for the boys. We now have Stay Blessed and Unbothered unisex shirts for men and women. We also have Stay Blessed and Unbothered mugs and Smartbrowngirl mugs. So go on over. I redesigned the website, got it back up. We've been closed for so long. So help a sister out. I really appreciate all the support you guys have given me. Also, as always, my book, Send It On, is still available. And I still have some autographed copies at my house. They come with a letter. I will leave the link down below if you're interested in purchasing it. It's 1 year this week since I've published the book. So thank you for being there with me, girl. And the last announcement, the platform, the network that I am signed to finally got their act together and showed us colored girls some love. So please head over and watch the Defining Beauty series. Mine is not live yet, though it is unlisted, and so you can like kind of binge watch all the series. So you can technically watch mine, but mine will be live officially next week. Whether you watch it this week or next, please, again, like, share, and comment. Let them know your thoughts, and don't hold back, girl. Go ahead, show out and show your support, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and start this off with kind of like the buzzkill, the saddest, the infuriating, the very personal, the so upsetting. I do not have words for it. I'm so confused. And the more I find out, the more I hear, I'm just even more confused with the story of Sandra Bland, a young African-American woman who was traveling from Chicago to Prairie View A&M in Waller County, Texas. It's right outside, about an hour outside of Houston. Waller County area is like between 290, right? Like if you're driving from Houston to Austin or back. It's an area that I've driven through plenty of times. She was arrested after being stopped for I think there was an issue with how she like a illegal change or whatever, how she switched lanes and didn't signal or whatever. She was pulled over and somehow arrested. There is video of her being handcuffed by the police who have their knee in her back, and she's saying, "You banged my head, I can't even see." And then she thanked the person who was recording the video of her being arrested because she said it was very necessary. 2 days after that, she was found dead in her cell. And the Waller County Police Department is trying to pass it off as if it was a suicide. This is not the first time that a black person has gone into jail and or been arrested, mysteriously end up dead while in jail or in handcuffs, and they erroneously count it as a suicide. The even crazier thing about Sandra is that she was very vocal and active in the Black Lives campaign, and she posted several videos on her own Facebook page. She was a member of Sigma Gamma Rho sorority. She was very active in her community. She was very active about her opinions on the importance of the Black Lives Matter campaign. And so it's just crazy. It's so sad. It's so personal. I'm driving to Austin tomorrow. I'll be driving right through Waller County. I'm not going by myself, fortunately. But it is just crazy to me. It's just the infallibleness of the situation is just so, I don't have words for it. Like, I'm beyond. It's just beyond me. Speaking of black women, check my Smartbrowngirl video from yesterday about the nice versus angry black women and the stereotypes and the demeaning of black women by using adjectives and allegories that push us back into the angry black woman trope. Amanda Steenberg, who is becoming like my daughter part 2. Marseille Martin is my first daughter. Amanda could be my second daughter. She's like my goddaughter. She's awesome sauce, amazeballs. She did leave a comment on Kylie Jenner's picture, but it looked as though she was replying to somebody because she posted amongst the 11,000 comments that are posted on the Kylie picture, saying, "When you appropriate black features and culture but fail to use your position of power to help black Americans by directing attention towards your wigs instead of police brutality or racism, white girls do it better." We can talk forever and a day about the misgivings of Kylie Jenner. I find it rather unfortunate that a lot of my black women peers, I idolize her, but I can't tell you otherwise, nor am I going to tell you otherwise. I personally just don't have the time of day for Kylie. And yeah, you know, whether you want to term it cultural appropriation or whatever, a lot of what Kylie does just doesn't sit well with me, and I don't have the time or day to expense kind of trying to negate her whole being, whatever. But I didn't really find Amanda's statement to be inappropriate, and I only think Kylie replied back to it because so many of the shade room and the black gossip sites picked it up and were like, oh my gosh, yeah. You know, I just think what Amanda is doing is raising awareness around how we idolize the culture of black people, but we do not love black people nor respect the actual bodies or beings of black people. And so I feel like she's inciting a very important conversation. So yeah, I mean, maybe I'm biased, whatever. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Kylie replied back saying, you know, stick hanging out with Jaden Smith, which is funny because wasn't Kylie supposedly like dating or dealing with Jaden at some point in time? Whatever. I'm always here for the hilarity that ensues when other people catch wind of Kylie's behavior and snap back. My favorite reply is from Lotus and Giselle saying, Jaden Smith was one of the few willing to be seen with you when you still looked like a foot before you got that face transplant and started acting and dressing like Tyga's baby mama. So I don't understand the shade. Girl, get you them teas, that key, hilarious, ha 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 ha, sip. I very much so took issue with Andy Cohen on Watch What Happens Live when he had Laverne Cox and Andre Leon Talley as guests, claiming to call the feud between Amanda and Kylie the jackal of the day. Personally, that's a direct attack on Amanda. And as Amanda did tweet, stop pushing out this angry black woman trope. Calling it a feud, it's not a feud. Amanda made her observation in a statement. Kylie replied, I am positive, as I said yesterday, that Amanda is not wasting any time thinking about it any further. She's very quite intellectual and articulate in her thoughts. So please don't demean what she's doing. And regardless, it's a conversation between a 16 and a 17-year-old. And Andy is so out of place in that he did ask, he took it as Amanda saying that there was an issue with Kylie rocking cornrows. That wasn't even close to what her statement was. And then he asked how Andre and Laverne feel about white women wearing cornrows. Laverne said, well, there's Bo Derek, which is another just as problematic in the 70s as it is today. I'm not shocked at all the behavior of Andre. He done sold out a long time ago. But I was really surprised by Laverne's lack of like response and standing up for Amanda. And after a lot of us kind of, you know, not clap back at her, but a lot of us kind of called her out on her not standing up and supporting Amanda, she wrote an essay on her Tumblr blog saying that she didn't directly apologize, but she did say that she wasn't aware of Amanda before, and she's since watched her, and she totally agrees with everything Amanda has stated, and she thinks Amanda's a very intelligent and is a very intelligent young woman. I guess, you know, Laverne's one of them people that you can't really critique without people taking it too far, too left. So those of us that respect her are very kind of soft touch with our criticism of her. So I'm just leaving it at that. Because y'all, I'm not out here trying to meter the comments. We have to talk about this past week's episode of Catfish with Tracy Armand and Felicia, who spells her name so phonetically. I try not to critique how people choose to spell little children's names, but Felicia is just, it's so amusing to me. But Tracy, girl, did you watch? Because I watched and I was just like, what is going on here? Who is this child? What is wrong with her? And what, like, it was really just like, I really hope that she gets the help she needs. Clearly she's one far short of a happy meal, and I don't even know how to determine what to do with it. But I was so surprised that she had a Ghanaian mother and got away with that behavior, because Africans are forever claiming they have the strictest parents ever. And that was just like, what is this? What is going on? I want to give a big shout out and congratulations to Serena Williams, who won Wimbledon against some white girl whose name ain't even important. But, you know, and I think all the coverage around Serena and all the conversation that has stirred, especially on Twitter, has been very important to how we view black women. The New York Times wrote an article about how tennis players choose to be feminine and keep their feminine shape in comparison to Serena, who's very muscular, even though what allows Serena to dominate in the tennis field is her physique and her strength. But these women still kind of place looking feminine and petite over actually developing the muscles and the strength to compete in tennis. And it was started a lot of controversy. I don't know that the writer himself had bad intention or ill will in writing the article. He did directly quote Serena. He contacted her for the article. I think New York Times pulled the wrong pull quote from the article and kind of emphasized the wrong things. And I mean, it's just crazy to me, this industry of tennis where, look, if I fuck up her name, oh well, Maria Sharapova can make like almost triple what Serena makes in sponsorships, even though Serena kills her in making money from the actual sport and actually winning games. Like, these white women have all built careers around being mediocre as fuck and losing to Serena and coming out on top with sponsorships and deals that pay their way for being second place. And I don't know in any other sport where an athlete is lauded for being second best. It is mind-boggling how much we not only accept but celebrate mediocrity amongst white people. It's just, girl. Anywho, Serena slayed at the winner's dinner. She, if you want to come for her femininity, she's muscular, but she's still a woman. And I think she still looks great. And she still got an ass a lot of us would kill for. Literally, a lot of us are dying for with these ass implants. Whatever, girl. Homegrown, muscle, she's doing it, and I'm proud of her. Talk about Ciara. I think I've kind of mentioned Ciara in passing, but I've never directly addressed her relationship and therefore fallout with Future, and now her new relationship with Russell Wilson and all that. I mean, honestly, I don't care. Ciara has historically bad taste in men. Like, I don't know that Ciara has ever had good judgment in the men she dated. And when she was dating Future originally, we're all like, are you really dating a man that got 4 baby moms and is still fucking the last baby moms and expect us to ride for this relationship? She told us to mind our business. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna mind my business. Then she had his baby, named him Future, and then what we all said was gonna happen, he left her. And not only did he leave her, but he went back to his previous baby moms. Now, Future's dropped a new mixtape, a new album, girl. I don't know. I think he's a great singles artist. I love to hear his music in the club. But I work in the music industry, so I already know the swindle that's going around promoting Future as if people are really gonna go out and buy his album. Cause they not. We'll turn it up on the radio. He'll make money touring, but he's not making no money off of album sales. And if y'all want to laud him as the best rapper currently, I'm quite surprised that Mark would really even ask him this question about his sex life with Ciara, because it has come out in interviews with Ciara or Russell, girl. I don't care to keep that much of it, but one of them said that they wasn't having sex yet, that they was waiting because they wanted to be friends first before they brought sex into their relationship. Asked Future if Ciara made him wait, and he said absolutely not, no. And I just don't. I really just don't. It doesn't sit well with me. And I'm clear that Future is a fuckboy. Whether you like his music or not, he got fuckboy written all over him. He got how many baby moms? He used Ciara as the come up. And I mean, I don't really have that much sympathy for her, because it's like, girl, hello. The writing was on the wall. Somebody could have written on your forehead and you still wouldn't have got it. But I think it's past the time where he can really use Ciara as his come up. Like, you need to let your music stand on its own 2 feet, I guess, and stop trying to use the mother of your child as a marketing ploy to progress. There is no real winner in the Future versus Ciara battle, if you want to call it that. I guess the only way anyone does win is that technically Future has better music currently, and that's that. But don't feed into caring about this, y'all. Really don't. Because it's so offensive to Ciara as a black woman, even though I'm kind of like, ugh, what, girl? And then if you like his music. It don't have to have anything to do with Ciara. That's just where I'm at with it. Speaking of the demotion of black women, Hot 97, which is losing so hard to Power 105 and the Breakfast Club out of New York. Who even has Hot 97, whatever their morning show is franchised? Are they even franchised on the radio? Because Ebro's dumbass. I really cannot stand Ebro since like day one, A1. Ain't here for it. But he asked about why do black women have the attitude as the morning question. And it's just like clickbait, trolling so hard. What part of this conversation is even productive to society or bettering people or whatever you want to term it. It's dumb, it's offensive, and quite honestly, if Hot 90, whatever Ebro's morning show is called, or Hot 97 is played in your area, boycott that ish, because they dumb. They so dumb. And not that I'm, Charlamagne, I mean, but if you want to listen to something, just don't know Hot 97. Absolutely not. I need black men, if you're not going to show us any empathy and support, to stop questioning anything about us as if you have any sort of intelligent input on this matter when you do not. Absolutely, positively, no. Thanks for watching. Get your shirt, girl. Get your shirt, girl. Deuces.